Hi friends, I'm Rajnikant. Welcome you to my YouTube channel Sumant Digital English Tutorial Videos. Today I'm going to teach you the second part of the second chapter of 11th class NCERT English. We are not afraid to die if we can all be together. So let's begin with the text, and firstly we would go through the reading comprehension. The first indication of impending disaster came at about 6 post-meridian with an ominous silence. The wind dropped and the sky immediately grew dark. Then came a growing roar and an enormous cloud towered aft of the ship. With horror I realized that it was not a cloud but a wave like no other I had ever seen. It appeared perfectly vertical and almost twice the height of the other waves, with a frightful breaking crest. So dear guys, now we would go through its English explanation. The narrator got the first hint of the coming disaster nearly at about 6 o'clock in the evening, when there was a hushed silence, frightening silence. The wind suddenly stopped and the sky grew dark. Then a rumbling noise came and they thought that it was an enormous cloud like a tower after the ship. But they suddenly got more frightened when the author realized that it was not a cloud but a wave that author had never seen before. The author got absolutely frightened. The wave was perfectly vertical and it was nearly double of the height of the other waves. And it seemed that it is in mood to attack frightfully with its crest on the ship. So dear guys, now we would go through its Hindi version. तो लेखक महोदय का कहना है कि उन्हें आने वाली आपत्ति का प्रथम संकेत शाम को तकरीबन 6 बजे प्राप्त हुआ, जबकि एक बड़ी डरावनी चुप्पी सी छा गई। पवन सहसा रुक गई और आसमान यकायक काला पड़ गया और फिर जोरदार आवाज उभरी और ऐसा प्रतीत हुआ कि मानो कोई बादल नाव के पीछे मीनार जैसा खड़ा हो गया था। डर तो तब अधिक लगा जब लेखक महोदय ने यह महसूस किया कि अरे ये तो बादल था ही नहीं, बल्कि एक लहर थी, और एक ऐसी लहर जैसी कि इसके पहले आथर ने कभी भी नहीं देखी थी। ये पूरी तरह से ऊर्ध्वाधर थी, एकदम खड़ी, और दूसरी लहरों की तुलना में 2 गुनी ऊंचाई की थी, और ऐसा प्रतीत होता था कि जैसे वो अपने शीर्ष से भयानक तरीके से नाव को तोड़ देगी। The roar increased to thunder as the stern moved up the face of the wave, and for a moment I thought we might ride over it. But then a tremendous explosion shook the deck. A torrent of green and white water broke over the ship. My head smashed into the wheel, and I was aware of flying overboard and sinking below the waters. I accepted my approaching death, and as I was losing consciousness, I felt quite peaceful. So dear guys, now we would go through its English explanation. The rumbling noise became thunder-like, and the hind portion of the boat moved to the face of wave. The author thought for a moment that the boat would ride on the boat. Sorry. The author thought for a moment that the boat, along with them, would ride on the wave. But there became a sudden explosion, and that explosion shook the deck. A current of green and white water broke in upon the ship, and the head of the author struck over the wheel. The author thought that he was flying over the board and getting drowned below the waters. The author thought that it was hard to survive, and he accepted his coming death, and he was losing his consciousness by and by and feeling himself quite at peace. So dear guys, we would go through its Hindi version. शोर इतना ज़्यादा बढ़ गया कि वो गड़गड़ाहट में तब्दील हो गया और जहाज का पिछला हिस्सा लहर के ठीक सामने आ गया। एक क्षण के लिए तो लेखक महोदय ने सोचा कि वे नाव के समेत शायद उस लहर पर चढ़ जाएंगे, लेकिन तुरंत ही एक जोरदार धमाका हुआ, जिस धमाके ने जहाज के डेक को हिला दिया। हरे और श्वेत जल की एक धारा नाव पर टूट पड़ी और लेखक महोदय का सर स्टीयरिंग व्हील से टकराया। लेखक महोदय को ऐसी जानकारी लग रही थी कि शायद वो बोर्ड के ऊपर उड़ रहे थे और नीचे लहर में डूबते जा रहे थे। लेखक महोदय ने अपने आने वाली मौत को मन ही मन स्वीकार किया और जैसे क्रमिक रूप से उनके ऊपर बेहोशी छाती जा रही थी और वे एकदम शांत महसूस कर रहे थे। Unexpectedly, my head popped out of water. A few meters away, Wave Walker was nearly capsizing. Her masts almost horizontal. Then a wave hurled her upright. My lifeline jerked taut, and I grabbed the guardrails and sailed through the air into Wave Walker's main boom. Subsequent waves tossed me around the deck like a rag doll. My left ribs cracked, my mouth filled with blood and broken teeth. Somehow I found the wheel and lined up the stern for the next wave and hung on. Dear guys, now we would go through its English explanation. The head of the author came out of the water and it hadn't been expected by him. Wave Walker was nearly at the verge of breaking. The mast of the Wave Walker became nearly horizontal instead of being vertical. Then a wave again hurled and make its mast straight. The lifeline which had been installed by the author jerked and became tightened. The author held the guardrails and sailed through the air into the main chamber of his boat. Continuously coming waves stroked the author to and fro in the deck as if the author were a rag doll. The left rib of the author cracked and his mouth was filled with the blood and broken teeth. The author, anyway, could find the steering wheel, straightened the hind portion of his boat so that it could face the stroke of the next wave, and he hanged on it. So dear guys, now we would go through its Hindi version. अप्रत्याशित रूप से लेखक महोदय का सर पानी से बाहर निकला। लेखक महोदय तो अपने जीने की आशा छोड़ चुके थे, लेकिन एकदम अप्रत्याशित तरीके से, अनहोनी जैसा, उनका सिर पानी से बाहर निकला कुछ 1 मीटर दूरी पर। उनकी नाव तकरीबन टूट जाने के कगार पे थी। उसके मास्ट यानी मस्तूल लगभग क्षैतिज हो गए थे। मास्ट्स आर यूजुअली वर्टिकल बट दे टर्न्ड हॉरिजॉन्टल बाय द स्ट्रोक ऑफ द वेव। वैसे तो मस्तूल वर्टिकल होते हैं, लेकिन लहरों के प्रभाव से वो हॉरिजॉन्टल हो गए थे, लहरों की चोट से। और फिर एक लहर आई जिसने उस हॉरिजॉन्टल मास्ट को वर्टिकल कर दिया, और जो लाइफलाइनें लेखक महोदय और क्रूमैन द्वारा लगाई गई थी वो कस गईं। लेखक महोदय ने गार्ड रेल्स को जोर से पकड़ लिया और हवा में तैरते हुए अपनी नाव के मुख्य कड़ी में पहुंच गए। लगातार आने वाली लहरों ने लेखक महोदय को डेक के ऊपर इस तरह से उल्टा पलटा कि मानो वो चीथड़े की गुड़िया हों। लेखक महोदय की बाईं पसलियां टूट गईं, उनका मुंह खून और टूटे हुए दांतों से भर गया। एन केन प्रकारेण उन्हें स्टीयरिंग व्हील मिल गई। जिस स्टीयरिंग व्हील को उन्होंने सीधा किया, अगले आने वाली लहर के प्रभाव का सामना करने के लिए तैयार किया। नेक्स्ट, वाटर वाटर एवरीवेयर वाटर। I could feel that the ship had water below, but I dared not abandon the wheel to investigate. Dear guys, only water was looking all around, and the other author could understand that in the below portion of his boat would certainly be filled with water, but he did not dare to inspect it. He did not dare to leave the steering wheel in order to investigate whether the water was below the ship or not. तो प्रिय छात्रों, वहां का पूरा क्षेत्र जलमग्न दिखाई देता था। एक तो वो समुद्र में थे, जल ही जल था। उनकी नाव के आसपास भी हर जगह जल ही जल था। और लेखक महोदय इस बात का अनुभव कर सकते थे कि शायद उनकी नाव के निचले भाग में भी पानी था, लेकिन वे इसकी पड़ताल करने की हिम्मत न जुटा सके, क्योंकि वे स्टीयरिंग व्हील छोड़ने की सिचुएशन में नहीं थे। Suddenly the front hatch was thrown open and Mary appeared. "We are sinking," she screamed. "The decks are smashed and we are full of water." Suddenly, the main opening of the deck was opened, and there appeared the author's wife, and she was alarmingly screaming that they had been sinking. She further told that the decks of the boat were smashed and they were full of water. तो सहसा डेक के सामने वाला हिस्सा खुला और लेखक की वाइफ उस पर प्रकट हुई। उसने वह डरते हुए चिल्लाई। उसने कहा कि हम डूब रहे हैं, डेक टूट फूट गए हैं और हमारी नाव पानी से भर गई है। Take the wheel, I shouted as I scrambled for the hatch. The author told his wife to control the steering wheel for some time because he was in mood to go to the opening of the deck. Larry and Herb were pumping like madmen. Broken timbers hung at the crazy angles and the whole starboard side bulged inwards. Clothes, crockery, charts, tins, toys slashed about the deep waters. So dear guys, the two crewmen, Larry from America and Herb from Switzerland, they had been pumping as they were crazy. Timbers used in the boat were turned at different angles, and the whole board of the boat had come inside. Some clothes, pieces of crockery, chart, tins, and toys were moving to and fro in the deep waters. तो लैरी और हर्ब जो दो क्रूमैन थे, संकट का सामना करने के लिए आथर ने उन्हें सेकेंड लेग में अपने साथ लिया था। वे पागलों की तरह पानी को पंप कर रहे थे। टूटी हुई लकड़ियां अजीब तरह के कोणों पर मुड़ी हुई दिखाई दे रही थीं। पूरा का पूरा बोर्ड ऐसे लग रहा था जैसे अंदर की ओर आ गया है। कपड़े, क्रॉकरी के टुकड़े, नक्शा, टीन और खिलौने गहरे पानी में इधर उधर उछल रहे थे। I half swam, half crawled into the children's cabin. Are you all right? I asked. Yes, they answered from the upper bunk. But my head hurts a bit, said Shiv, pointing to a big bump above her eyes. I had no time to worry about the bumped heads. Now it's English explanation. The author was is in mood to go to the cabin of the children in order to know their condition. He covered the half distance by swimming and the rest half by crawling, and went into the children's cabin and asked them whether they had been all right. They answered in affirmative that they had been all right from the upper bunk. But his daughter Sue told that his head was hurt a bit, and she pointed a bump above the eyes. But the author was very busy saving them, and he had no time to show his anxiety for the bump in the head of his daughter. Dear guys, it's Hindi version. लेखक महोदय को अपने बच्चों की चिंता थी, इसलिए वे बच्चों की केबिन में जाना चाहते थे। तो आधी दूरी तो उन्होंने तैर करके पार की, आधी दूरी उन्होंने रेंग करके पार की और बच्चों की केबिन में पहुंचे और पूछा कि क्या वे सही सलामत थे। बच्चों ने उत्तर दिया हाँ, अपर बंक से उत्तर दिया कि हाँ वे सही सलामत थे। लेकिन उनकी बेटी शिव ने कहा कि उसके सर पे थोड़ी सी चोट लग गई है और उसने एक बड़ा सा गुरमा यानी गुमट अपनी आंखों के ऊपर दिखाया, लेकिन लेखक महोदय के पास गुमट वाले सरों की चिंता करने का समय नहीं था। After finding a hammer, screws and canvas, he struggled back on the deck with the starboard side bashed open, and we were taking water with the each wave that broke over us. If I couldn't make some repairs, we would surely sink. The author searched for a hammer, some screws, and pieces of canvas. He could anyway came back on the deck because it was very hard to get back. He struggled for coming back. And the main board of the side was open, and the water was getting in with each wave over them. And if author couldn't have repaired timely, it was sure that they would sink. तो लेखक महोदय ने एक हथौड़े की तलाश की, कुछ पेंचों की तलाश की और कैनवास अपने साथ लिया। बड़ी ही मुश्किल से वे डेक पर वापस आ पाए। बगल के स्टार बोर्ड के खुल जाने की वजह से हर आने वाली लहर के साथ उन लोगों पर पानी आ रहा था, और लेखक महोदय अगर समय से कुछ मरम्मत न कर पाते तो ये तो पक्की बात थी कि वे निश्चित ही डूब जाते। डियर गाइस, होप you must have enjoyed this video and you must have understood everything. Thanks for watching. Bye.